going on, everybody? We back up on the scene. Another reaction video, Incognito, and today I'm gonna bring you guys yet again from Screw Attack. You already know what we gonna be getting on. We gonna be getting on that death battle. You know what I'm saying? So we got this death battle here. It's gonna be Batman Beyond versus Spider-Man 2099. So DC versus Marvel again. But I think we just did this a little while ago with Thor and whatever. So now actually getting back into it again. I remember slightly from my childhood a little bit slightly about Batman Beyond, but I really just don't remember. I don't honestly remember Spider-Man 2099. So really, I just know a little bit of the abilities of Batman Beyond, but I really don't know nothing about this new Spider-Man. I know about like the original Spider-Man in red and blue and all that. But I think like this is gonna be like a more futuristic Spider-Man, I believe, because that's why they calling it 2099. So I really don't know about this. So I mean, honestly, I won't be able to make my choice or get my opinion until I see all of like their abilities, their skills, and things like that. So before we start this, you already know, before every reaction video, like, share, subscribe, please. It helps out a lot. Please like, share, and subscribe. All links will be in the description box down below for Screw Attack, original video, everything. Probably even gonna like put all the rest of the death battles in here as well, as far as like in the description box down below. But without further ado, let's get right to this. So play. Let's see.
The future. Everyone wants to see it, and why not? It has robots, flying cars, and of course, superheroes.
Yeah, the future still has those, but they're even cooler because of all the sweet gadgets.
Like Terry McGinnis, the Batman Beyond.
And Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man from 2099. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's see. Most of start with Batman.
Terry McGinnis was your average futuristic high school student.
He went to future raves, complained about future problems, had a future girlfriend, yeah, you know, the usual.
Until one fateful day when Terry got into a fight with a group of jokers.
Like what you got against comedians?
No, a gang called the Jokers. You know, like the Joker?
Ah, but with a Z, because it's the future.
Well, naturally. After possibly the most dangerous motorcycle chase ever put on television.
Yeah, it's cool, he's got a helmet.
Terry found himself inside an isolated mansion owned by an elderly billionaire named Bruce Wayne. Here, he stumbled upon the most important revelation in his life.
Bruce Wayne is Batman! Oh, what a surprise! Well, more like he was Batman. He'd retired from crime fighting years ago, because, you know, age is a bitch.
Wait a minute, after decades of secrecy, a punk teenager just happens to stumble into the Batcave? For crying out loud, if he'd found my secret lair, he'd have been vaporized on the spot.
Yeah! Anyway, Harry's roller coaster of a day still wasn't over. Turns out, his dad got murdered.
Dad?
Bummer. So he did what any emotionally charged teen who wants to avenge their dad would do. He stole the Batsuit.
But not the old cape and cowl of yesteryear. This was the latest and most advanced Batsuit. Terry McGinnis didn't just become the all-new Batman. He was Batman Beyond.
You ever wonder what would happen if Batman got a hold of an Iron Man suit? It's basically that, and damn, he looks friggin' rad.
The Batsuit's nanotechnology greatly enhances his strength and provides several thin yet strong layers of ballistic and environmental protection.
And he can fly! He can soar faster than a speeding future car, and he's really nimble in the air. Plus, he can always give his punches and kicks a literal rocket boost.
The suit sports over 24 other gadgets for combat and espionage. He has a wrist-mounted grappling hook that can extend over 50 feet. There's a cloaking device, a lock decoder, finger microphones, climbing claws, an underwater breather, thermal and binocular vision, extendable spikes on his arms, flashbang grenades, triple-weighted bolas, a buzzsaw, and even retractable tweezers.
Splinters are no laughing matter. And don't forget all those sweet, sweet batarangs. These new age ninja stars are even sharper and more compact than before, and they come in a variety of delightful flavors, like explosive, ensnaring, and electrifying. Terry's got a solid throwing arm and can even disarm multiple opponents with a single shot. But if he's feeling a bit lazy, he can always just use his arm launchers to fire batarang discs.
Also, when anyone gets in too close, the whole suit can act like a man-sized taser. The electric shock is strong enough to stun people spliced with animal DNA and short out heavy machinery.
But the tools don't make the man, Batman. Terry's a master martial artist with plenty of training from legends like former Robin Dick Grayson, totally real ninja Kairi Tanaga, and the former Dark Knight himself. Well, once he got over the kid stealing his suit, of course.
Bruce Wayne doesn't just serve as Terry's mentor, he's also a constant source of advice and information on the go through his direct link to the Batsuit from the Batcave.
Good thing, too, since Terry's not exactly the world's greatest detective. At least not compared to the old man.
Bruce is extremely intelligent and an expert analyst. Plus, the Batcave has some very impressive technology. Not only does it host one of the most powerful supercomputers on the planet, it's also completely dependent on its own hydroelectric power supply and isolated network.
Still, I don't care who Bruce used to be. Having an old guy barking orders in your ear sounds annoying. Like your dad's always looking over your shoulder. Or at least I imagine, because I didn't have one.
Well, Terry is Bruce Wayne's secret son.
What?
In an effort to ensure there would always be a Batman, government boogeywoman Amanda Waller had secretly overwritten Warren McGinnis's reproductive DNA with that of Bruce Wayne's.
So like, he was just blasting Wayne babies? It's like all the fun, but you could get out of any child support case.
So
and bonus,
really
I guess Terry's
son?
father technically wasn't murdered. Good for him. Also, he's got all the benefits from Bruce's kick-ass
His dad is
genes.
Bruce
Even
Wayne?
before going through combat
See,
training,
like, I
Terry
forgot
was a
about all
skilled
this.
fighter,
Like, I really have
strong
like,
enough to
forgot
send
all
opponents
about
flying
this.
with a single punch.
In the suit, he's strong enough to lift large I-beams and this giant boulder.
He's even survived getting his leg trapped
Lifted
under
a
Bruce Wayne's trophy penny.
215,000
What's so special about a
pound
penny?
Just
boulder.
look at it.
Holy colossal currency, Batman!
The penny's diameter is easily 20 feet wide and is frequently dated from the 1940s. This means the penny is likely composed of bronze and weighs around 166 tons.
That's more than enough to crush all the bones in your foot. But not Terry. He was looking at him like nothing happened. I mean, this guy's tough enough to take a missile to the face and then fall hundreds of stories. And all he got out of it was a couple broken ribs. What's a penny as heavy as 33 monster trucks gonna do?
He's quick enough to dodge gunfire, skilled enough to defeat lizard people and the Justice Lords. In a newer suit, he could fire concussive pulse blasts and even outrace an intercontinental missile, which can reach speeds of up to 15,000 miles per hour. That's over 19 times the speed of sound.
He's still no Bruce Wayne, though. He's kind of a punk and doesn't have the amazing
He's
speed or
kind of a
expertise
punk.
of Batman Classic.
You don't quite have his magnificent brain, for instance. You do have his heart, though.
Maybe not, but he
He
has
actually
accomplished
don't have a
feats
brain,
equal to his
though,
predecessor, like
Bruce Wayne.
fighting Superman and ending the Joker threat once and for all. Clearly, Terry McGinnis has more than earned the title of Batman.
You're pretty strong for some clown who thinks he's Batman.
I am Batman.
Gave him a 4-piece with
So
no side.
here's an
didn't he?
unfortunate spoiler.
Talking
The
about-
year 2099 kinda sucks.
This
Plagued by a
right
massive
here is
civil
what I
war
wanna
between humans and mutants,
Wanna know
the
about
world
this new
fell into a
Spider-Man.
dystopian ruin of violence and anarchy. The heroic age had come to an end.
But some people still wanted a sequel.
Enter Miguel O'Hara, a child prodigy turned super genius with a penchant for genetic
Miggy?
tinkering.
Miguel's skills landed him a
Miggy.
job at one of the biggest companies in the world, Alchemax, where he got to work trying to rebuild one of the greatest heroes of all time, Spider-Man.
Specifically,
Let's see,
he
let's
attempted
see,
to
let's
replicate
see.
the DNA of Peter Parker, the original Spider-Man. But like most of the 21st century superheroes, not much remained of Parker outside of stories and legend. Miguel had to build his experiment from scratch, starting with a single, simple spider.
Unfortunately, Alchemax didn't have the greatest job security. After a lot of bad blood and some spilled blood, Miguel wound up accidentally getting a dose of his own creepy crawly project.
Transforming him into the Spider-Man of 2099.
But future Spider-Man isn't quite the same as your grandpappy's Spidey.
That's right, apart from the superhuman
she was
strength,
different.
speed, durability, and improved healing, Miguel's powers are entirely different. Unlike Parker, he can't actually stick to any surface. He can still wall crawl though, using
What?
retractable talons
He
on
can't
his
stick to
fingers
that?
and toes, which also make for fairly deadly weapons in a fight.
And he's got fangs like a vampire. If he bites you, he can inject a venom that can paralyze your whole body almost instantly. Also, he may not have Petey's
He has
trusty spider
fangs?
sense, but his sense of sight, smell, and hearing are superfied. He can hear noises from miles away, see in the dark, and make out far-off and fast-moving objects with ease.
In fact, his senses are so
Whoa,
acute, he wears
okay.
tinted glasses to
That
keep daylight from
boy
hurting
sound
his
like he got
eyes.
some
And like any
skills for real,
Spider-Man,
though.
he can shoot webs from his hands.
Miguel doesn't need
This is my
compact
first
web
time
shooter
ever
devices
seeing
on his
this
wrists.
for
He actually has
2099
organic
Spider-Man,
spinnerets
so
in his
I'm like,
arms, which create
awe,
and release
basically.
thick, durable strings of webbing. Because they're natural,
Aw.
these strings are chemically identical to spider silk, with a tensile strength similar to steel.
Ew! Okay, the original Spider-Man always kinda grossed me out, but this guy's powers are disgusting.
I think Miguel
Whoa.
would agree with you.
Well, yeah, one day he's just your average dweeb doing sciencey stuff like you, and the next he's got big lumps in his arms which shoot sticky stuff? Who wouldn't be weirded out?
Miguel saw his newfound power as a curse, a blight which turned him into an inhuman freak of nature.
But that didn't stop him from fighting crime,
I can
complete
see
with
why.
his own Spidey
Do you
suit.
not see
His
what you're
original
doing,
costume
Miguel?
was made from unstable molecules, allowing the use of his talons without tearing the fabric. He also wears a web-like cape made of light bite, which lets him glide through the air.
Whoa, Light Bright! I remember that. Man, do they still have that in the future? And did they find a way
Hey,
to
that
stop
thing
you
was
losing
lit.
those little
When I was a
pegs?
kid, that thing was
Light
lit. I remember I had
bites.
that. That was
Yeah,
lit. That was
whatever.
lit.
The suit looks pretty cool,
Stop
so
it.
I hate to spoil the mood, but it's actually just a run-of-the-mill costume from a Day of the Dead festival. No, really.
Though after meeting the present-day Peter Parker, Miguel received a much-needed upgrade. His new suit contained synthesized unstable molecule fabric mixed
Oh, he
with
got a
Kevlar,
new
greatly
suit.
improving his defense.
Okay, I thought it was the only one.
This suit can survive a shot from a howitzer artillery cannon. A common M777 military howitzer fires 92-pound shells at 2,200 feet per second. That hits with over 100 tons of force.
Miguel's even taken a hit from the Thing, a hit which shattered a tempered glass window and sent Miguel flying over 24 feet.
And the new suit has
Oh my
explosives,
goodness.
hologram projectors,
Thing is
infrared
strong, though,
scanning,
so.
and it's even got
mean, that makes
wings
sense.
and rocket boosters on the feet. Wait, that sounds familiar.
Miguel may be a genius, but he's at his best when he's working with his holographic assistant, Lila, or the Lie-Rate Lifeform Approximation.
She's basically like the future Alexa with a bunch of extra features. She keeps track of Miguel's life signs
Future
and
Alexa.
surroundings. With Lila's scanners and his super senses, anyone would have a hard time trying to sneak up on future Spidey.
While Lila was originally built as a home appliance, she can be stored on Miguel's portable communicator. She can act as an onboard lie detector and do
Image
advanced
inspired by
calculations to the
Marilyn Monroe. Okay, I was wondering why she
20th
kind of
decimal
looked like
in a
Marilyn
millisecond,
Monroe. I'm
which
like,
is flippin'
Marilyn
amazing.
Monroe is
Fun fact, Lila's appearance was based on Marilyn Monroe. Arrgh.
Not that anybody in 2099 seems to know who Marilyn Monroe was. Okay, seriously, how did they lose so much information in less than 100 years? Remember, kids, always back up your files. It'll prevent the apocalypse.
Well, lucky for them, Miguel got over his emo phase and started setting the future back on track. And he had the skills to do it.
He's quick enough to dodge gunfire, tough enough to take a shotgun blast to the chest, resilient enough to tank electric shocks, and strong enough to rip a
So he
20-ton
got a bunch
turret
of
off a
durability
tank.
basically.
More than that, he helped another
bunch
Spider-Man
of
keep this
durability.
giant building piece in place. What even is that?
Likely some sort of antenna, but it also resembles the mooring mast atop the Empire State Building.
Back when everybody thought Zeppelins were the hot new thing. Because who doesn't like riding a giant flammable balloon full of explosive
Now I'm
gas?
just kind of
Sign me up.
Assuming it's composed of
listening to
steel
all this
and
with
roughly
the
estimating its
Spider-Man,
size compared to the
and what I
Spider-Man on
already
the
know-
roof,
well,
then
what I
comparing
knew
the Empire
about it
State
will kinda,
Building's
like,
mooring mast,
refresh my memory
this
now
should
with the
weigh
Batman
at
Beyond. I'm
most
trying to see who would
200
win.
tons.
So basically, Miguel's a badass, and he proved it in the most epic way possible. After rebuilding the world with Captain America, Miguel inherited the most legendary weapon of them all, Mjolnir.
Although Thor's hammer didn't actually grant him its warrior powers, Miguel didn't use it as a weapon, but as proof of his authority. A literal symbol of the societal weight he alone could carry. With his dominance
Wow,
asserted,
okay.
Miguel
So he
created the
lifted up
utopian
Mjolnir.
future a person could only
Interesting.
dream of.
And
Well,
you
certain
thought
people
Peter
is
Parker
angry
was
at
cool.
him, so.
This Spider-Man is at the top.
Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man of the year 2099.
That's me, ready to save the universe and looking good while doing it.
Ooh,
All
man.
right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, the future is now in the form of Blue Apron. Grandpappy Boomstick always said that nothing in life is better than good food and making something with your own two hands. And Blue Apron is both those things combined.
Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. All ingredients arrive right to your door, guaranteed fresh and ready to cook.
It's better than eating fast food, plus it's affordable. Blue Apron is less than $10 per person per meal.
Choose from a variety of recipes and get the meals that sound good to you. The ingredients are perfectly proportioned and the instructions are easy to follow. I mean, even Boomstick can do it.
Hey, watch it or you're not getting any of the next meal I make when it arrives.
Well then, I'll make the crispy wild Alaskan pollock and garlic mashed potatoes with roasted broccoli and tartar sauce myself. And if you're worried about variety, don't bother. Recipes are not repeated within the year, so you'll never get bored. Check out this week's menu and get $30 off your first order with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/battle.
You'll love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait.
That's blueapron.com.
There you go,
/battle.
blueapron.com.
Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
There you go.
But right
you
now,
do all that.
it's time for a death battle!
Alright, so we pause it right there before we even get it started. So now, before this even gets started, because it got 5 minutes of the battle or whatever. So I'm just trying to see, okay, we got Batman Beyond with the most upgraded bat suit, trained from Bruce Wayne, Robin, and the ninja woman. He's not smart as Bruce Wayne, but you know, he still has different, you know, abilities and different things or whatever that still helps him out being the Batman. Then you got this guy Miguel where he had one suit, but then like he got another suit, but then he has other like different like Iron Man because he can't stick to things He got like fangs that instantly will paralyze somebody with venom, and he has like other things with his suit or whatever that Peter Parker didn't have. I mean, I want to say Batman because I know about Batman Beyond, but how it was explaining Miguel, it's looking like Miguel, the Spider-Man 2099, look like that is gonna be the guy's gonna win this. So I'm going to go with Spider-Man 2099, but I actually want Batman Beyond to win this. Like I said, I don't know, but I mean, I guess we won't know until we get back to the battle. So without further ado, we're gonna continue this right now, play, and then let it rock out and see what happens. I say Spider-Man 2099 though, so let's see if that's true.
McGinnis, keep an eye out. I've been seeing some odd reports regarding this part of the city.
Like a 2D-ish battle.
Hey, Bozo! I was brooding there! Who the shock are you?
Let's see what goes down. And the air is supposed to be kind of even in the air,
Right back at you, Batty! Hey, Lila, get me a reading on this vampire guy, yeah?
Of course, Miguel. I can't identify his tech or fighting style, but I can try hacking his suit.
He's too
I'm just so
comfortable in the
curious,
air.
like, who is really
Try
gonna
a
win
different
this?
approach. Get
Out
to
of all the
ground
game battles
level.
I've done so far, this one like seemed like really close.
I can't move!
Where's their abilities?
Damn, that hurt.
Something's trying to hack your suit. Our new friend, no doubt.
How's the hack going?
Nowhere fast.
Get in close and finish this quick.
No problem. Can my fangs pierce his suit?
I think so.
That boy
Then I'll
trying to
finish
hack
this
him.
myself.
Okay.
Lila! Lila! And problem solved.
I guess that's one way to do it.
KO!
I'll never get
Batman
tired of
won.
seeing people blow up. It's always such a blast.
Thanks to Bruce's counsel, Terry used his flashbang to take advantage of Miguel's sensitive eyesight, and his electric shock that can short out large machinery to deal with Lila.
Yeah, unlike Bruce, the poor girl wasn't really built for combat. And while her hacking skills were top-notch, the isolated Batcave had the defenses to hold her off.
Happy
Even
with that.
still,
'cause I knew
Terry's
about
stats
him
edged
more
out
than,
Miguel's in
Spider-Man.
more ways than one.
I just thought
When
this
it came to
Spider-Man 29
maneuverability
was-
and durability, they were mostly even. Both could dodge bullets and weave through the air. Both could survive heavy ballistic hits. But unlike Terry, Miguel's never outraced anything faster
I
than a
was
Mark
wrong.
19 ballistic missile.
picked the
For
wrong
physical
thing. I
strength,
picked the
Terry
wrong
had
guy
him
to win.
beat too. Recall that boulder that he lifted underwater. This took place in Superman's Fortress of Solitude near the Arctic, so the boulder was likely composed of sedimentary dark limestone, the most common rock type around that location. So we compared Terry's height to the boulder, applied the density for limestone, and subtracted the weight reduced by underwater buoyancy, to find the boulder's weight to be 192 tons.
And he tossed it aside like it was nothing.
impressive. More
Terry's
than 90
peak
tons,
strength in the
almost 200.
batsuit has to be more than 200 tons.
Assuming Miguel applied his fair share when holding up that antenna, his best strength feat we know of is at max 100 tons.
But he's a Spider-Man. Spider-Man can lift more than that, right?
Not usually. Technically, Miguel's powers are so different from Peter's that we shouldn't really scale him to other Spider-Men. But for the benefit of the doubt, let's do it anyway.
We'll check out two of Spider-Man's most impressive strength feats. The first is the time he braced a private jet while it was landing. Look at him! He's literally the landing gear.
According to Spider-Man himself, the plane's total weight was at most 115,000 pounds. Adding the thrust from a Whittle W1 engine, which this small jet is most likely to have an engine comparable to, this feat comes out to 58 tons.
Not even
Damn,
close to
not
Terry's
a lot.
200. Then there was this one time where Spidey had to push way past his limits to lift what he offhandedly compared to as a locomotive. Since he could measure the plane, it's likely he's accurate here, but given the time period, that's still only 130 tons at most.
It's clear Terry had a pretty sizable physical
Still not
advantage.
right.
And just
I mean,
because
it's
Terry's
still
mind
not
wasn't as fine-tuned
more
as
than,
the original
Terry's.
Batman's didn't mean he's dumb.
Even more, Miguel never trained like Terry did. Hell, he never really had much formal training at all. But Terry was trained by ninjas, stealth artists, and other crime fighters to be a master in the battlefield. And since Miguel didn't have a spider sense, Terry just had to wait until the untrained future Spidey left an opening.
In short, while Miguel wasn't completely outmatched, Terry's superior
Well,
strength,
this is all
counseling,
making sense
equipment,
now,
and
once
training
they
won the
try
bout.
explaining it now.
Turns out this
I didn't really put-
Batman
I didn't put
was
into
beyond
consideration
him.
about,
The winner is Batman
Terry
Beyond.
having training in like.
Stick around, we're about to announce the combatants for the next death battle.
And if you want to
Well,
watch
let's see
exclusive
what we got
commentary
for,
on this episode, click that little box over
next
there and
next
start a
battle.
first membership trial.
Try to grab one of these shirts too.
Season finale, huh? Oh! Hey, I can't wait for that. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait for that. Sephiroth versus Virgil. Final Fantasy versus Devil May Cry. Swordsman's going. That's gonna be wild. I can't wait. I can't wait. December 18th. I'm on that. I cannot wait. But yeah, that's the end of the death battle. Like I said, I thought that like I said, I didn't put in consideration that Batman Beyond had the training from basically all those individuals, and Spider-Man 2099 didn't. He just had the suits and stuff like that, but he didn't have like the proper training. So it kind of makes sense. And then also like with the whole suit taser thing, basically, didn't really think of that as far as with hacking. I didn't think of that either. But like I said, I'm glad that Batman Beyond won, like I said, because I know more about him than the actual Spider-Man 2099. So like I say, this is gonna be the end of this video right here. It's me, your boy Incognito, with another reaction video. Like I say, like, share, and subscribe. It helps out the channel out a lot. Also links, like I say, links for Screw Attack will be in the description box down below. Put a comment down below also as well, who y'all think is gonna win on the next battle, Sephiroth versus Virgil. I think I kind of know, but I'm just gonna wait and see what they got for as far as like the information. But who y'all think gonna win, Sephiroth versus Virgil? Put it down below and all that. And also, when I had paused early in the video before like the actual death bell started, put y'all comments down below as well. Like when I paused that, put your comments down below. Who y'all think is going to win, Batman or Spider-Man 2099? So put your comments down below. All right, so Billboy Incognito, peace.